Welcome back to YouTube. Rod Chronicles here, and yes, we are still talking about the rack rig. I promise we'll have some more cool stuff here in the next couple days, but wanted to try to get as much of this out of the way for you as we could. So, as you see, I'm sitting next to the truck. You can see it's white right here, black right here. This truck was 100% white when we purchased it. Part of the problem we had was when we started upgrading, we had some issues with rocks and paint chipping. When you go to a 35-inch tire, you will tend to have that because the shoulder sticks out a little further than the truck and starts slinging stuff down the side of the truck. So the original plan was we were going to just put some fender flares on it and hopefully stop that from happening. Unfortunately, it didn't stop it from happening. So rather than having my truck get beat up, chipped up, end up starting to rust, we needed to come up with a solution. So for the last 4 days, I've spent time sanding, buffing, priming, and putting on this coating, and that's what we're going to talk about. So this coating is Raptor Liner from U-Pole. So U-Pole is a Pennsylvania-based company. They do a lot in the automotive body world. They do all kinds of primers and paint and liners and you name it. So after we did some research, we were looking at what bed liner should we put on it, because that's what we wanted. We wanted that rubber type feeling so that it would stop the paint from chipping. So we found Raptor Liner. Keith actually purchased a couple spray cans to put on his truck because he had some rust spots coming up on a rear fender on his Dodge. So the more I looked into it, they did a kit, which was a roll-on kit. Came with enough bottles and enough product to do a full 8-foot truck bed. So obviously we're not paying, we weren't going as high as the truck bed, and yes, it's longer than 8 feet when we did everything, but I figured that kit would work. So here's what I can tell you about Raptor Liner. Raptor Liner is a very good product. It is definitely, tough as nails. It feels, the truck just feels tougher right where all this black is. So this black goes all the way around the whole truck, from the half body line all the way down on the bottom of the tailgate. We actually did have some rust on the tailgate, so we wanted to get rid of that before it turned into a bigger problem. So pro number one is tough as nails, great product. Ease of mixing. When you buy the kit, it comes in with the hardener that you'll dump in, measure it, dump it into the bottle, shake it, and then you put it into the rolling pan. Now you do have the option to spray this. They do sell an actual spray gun just for this. It mounts to any standard air compressor with enough PSI that it'll continue running while you're spraying. You basically just screw the bottle that you just mixed onto that sprayer and it will spray. Obviously this truck does not fit in the garage where I live. That's where the air compressor is. I didn't want to spray outside because of wind, pollen, all the fun stuff that happens when you're outside. So I opted to use the roll-on version. This is where normally we don't talk bad. We don't, naysay on something. This is the only case where I honestly have to say, do not roll on Raptor Liner. Do not. The kit's about 140 bucks, and it comes with 4 rollers. You're supposed to put 2 coats on. The mix was great. The product itself is great. The rollers that they send with that kit are horrible. Horrible. Do not use them. Normally we don't do that here. We look and research and always have good. This case, for the amount of money spent, I was not at all happy with the rollers. It's hard to see probably right here, but right here, that's actually a piece of the roller, because it's like a sponge material and literally fell apart. So I wasn't done with the first coat and I was out of rollers. So what I had to do then was go buy, they do make spray cans of that exact deal, but it does not come out textured. So I have to spray it one more time to try to even everything out, because where I got to with the roller was good. It looked nice and textured. Then when I started spraying it, there was no more texture to it. So if you're going to buy the kit, buy the $28 spray gun, hook it to a compressor, and spray it on. You pull Raptor Liner, if you're watching this, please, I'm begging you, for the next person that buys your kit, put better rollers in the kit. Other than that, tough as nails. The whole entire truck is done. We even did the fender flares. Now, fender flares, this is a long, hard decision. So we're going to post a picture on our Facebook page, and I kind of want some viewer feedback. But I got bees chasing me. Sorry, I'm on a camera here. I'm going to walk right over here and show you the fender flares. Okay? Fender flare, right? Did not exactly come out how I thought they were going to come out with the Raptor Liner on them. Probably because I had to spray them and not roll them. So, my question to you, our viewers, do we keep the fender flares or do we take them off? Now, the one smart thing that we did when we did this is we did Raptor line behind them. So the entire fender is actually covered. Will I lose some protection? Yes, if I take them off, because already just from driving up here today, I have mud on the outside bottom of this fender flare. This is the front driver's side. And that's, you know, obviously we lined it to stop it from doing that. But does it look funny now that we have them lined? The whole truck is lined. We did the tailgate. We did all the way around the whole thing. The only thing we didn't touch was the bumpers or anything above the body line. So I was going to do the running boards, but the running boards actually take a pretty good beating for what they are, so I didn't want to start playing around with that. Plus, they have, it's like a grate, and it would be really, really hard to spray those. So, thoughts on that one. But other than that, I would definitely recommend Raptor Liner as a product. Like I said, stuff is amazing. And the little pieces that we did have that kind of ran outside of our tape lines, as long as you did it while it was still wet, Mineral Spirits, we became really good friends with Mineral Spirits. Really, I mean, it straightened all the edges out, got rid of all the any type of overspray, because again, we did have to go to the spray can and spray it, which again, I was not extremely excited about, but it is what it is. So, Raptor Liner as a product, 100% thumbs up. Don't use the rollers that come with the kit. You will not be happy. So, well, guys, we hope you enjoyed this little couple video segment of the rack rig and the leaps and bounds it's made since last September when we started this. We've got a couple more things to do. We've got some lights that we need to install. I got to get shock boots on. But other than that, we're getting ready to have this baby. This baby's going to be on the road a lot this fall for hunting. And you'll start seeing some more stuff with some fly fishing here on the show. And hopefully our boat will be here within the next week. And we can start really filming for trout trails, because we're set back about a month right now. So other than that, guys, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Please click that little bell so that you get a notification every time we post a video. In the meantime, if you're not doing nothing and we don't have any new videos up here on YouTube, head over on the Carbon TV, check out the actual show, Rod Chronicles, only on Carbon TV. And until the next time, we'll talk to you later.